EarthQuaker Devices Afterneath, an otherworldly reverberation machine. My introduction to this demo was 2 tracks of the Afterneath, one rhythm and one the riff. EarthQuaker Devices hand-make their peerless guitar effects in Akron, Ohio in the USA. They also make an awesome standard reverb pedal, the Ghost Echo. The Afterneath is nothing like a standard reverb. It uses short delays to create wild and cavernous reverbs and scattered short rhythmic delays. The 6 controls of this pedal allow you to stretch, smudge, swell and even self-oscillate into ambient washes of sound. Well, that's what it says in the instructions, and I can't argue with that. My demo now will only scratch the surface of the potential of this pedal. I'm playing a Fender Telecaster through a Fender Blues Junior. I'll try to explain some controls as I go. Lordy, that has some amazing reverb. I've actually got all of the controls set to about their minimums and just played with the mix between about 20% and 50%. That is astonishing. It just showed how much reverb was available. The mix controls the wet reverb sound with the dry unaffected sound. Anyway, no more standard reverb sounds, let's have a look at some others. It's definitely time to go through the controls now. The top line first. The length controls the decay time of the reverb. Fully counterclockwise, it's at its shortest. As we get to midday, it's much longer. And at fully clockwise, it's almost infinite. The diffuse control adjusts the spread of the reverb, sharper with more attack at counterclockwise, more ambient and washy as you turn it clockwise. And then at fully clockwise. Finally, on the top level, the dampen controls the tone of the reverb signal alone. At fully counterclockwise, you get a warm decay. And at fully clockwise, you get a much brighter tone. I'll get to the bottom level controls shortly. Those of you with very keen ears will notice there's been a little bit of grit to do with most of the things I've played. That's the Blues Junior set to just before breakup. And now for your listening discomfort, another short passage. now to the bottom row of controls. We've already done the mix control. Next is the reflect, which controls the regeneration of the reverb. Less at fully counterclockwise and more as you turn clockwise. Finally, the drag control is certainly the secret sauce for this pedal. The digital reverb is made up of a bunch of short delays. The drag simply drags out those short delays in a linear fashion. I'll just demonstrate it more easily, I guess. Now, as much as I've demonstrated what each separate control does, it's what they do in combination. I'll now put down a very ethereal, wispy sort of track. I'll use the same pedal settings for the rhythm and the lead. I'll now lay down a heavily reverb washed rhythm track. On top of that, I'll put a more focused reverb lead setting. I'll be able to demonstrate both pedal settings as you watch. And that was the EarthQuaker Devices Afterneath Reverb. It's an otherworldly reverb machine. It capably handles some of the standard reverb ground, but it is an outstandingly versatile, ambient, ethereal, echo washing machine. Simply too many sounds to demo in one go. To find out more about this and other great EarthQuaker Devices pedals, simply go to earthquakerdevices.com at the address below. I bought this pedal direct from the maker, but it's also available from the very fine people at Pro Guitar Shop, Primax Vintage and Rogue Guitar Shop. I have hundreds more pedals to demo. You can see them on my site, thegearshark.com, under Pedal Inventory. Please send me any suggestions you may have or pedals you want me to demo. I would really appreciate any likes. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. It's free, of course. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.